Hello, welcome to Online Seller UK podcast. My name is Prabhat, your host for today, and I've got really interesting topic today. Is we'll be talking about 5 reasons why you need an ERP solution. Now, I'm joined by Matt from Khaos Control. Matt, welcome to our podcast.
Thanks for having me, Prabhat. Lovely to be here.
Excellent. So, Matt, I think it's good to introduce yourself and what you're doing these days.
Sure. So, as you rightly said, I work for Khaos Control. We are an all-in-one ERP systems provider. So, an ERP is an enterprise resource planning software. It's a bit jargony. So, typically we say to people, it's a business management solution with the technology to help you to run your business. So, some of the features of it are things like stock control, order processing, integrating into your couriers, forecasting, accounts, warehousing, all that good stuff.
Looks like it's a lot of things embedded into one system there. I know I talk with a lot of online sellers, and they traditionally call a multi-channel software as another word they use, but they don't seem to use the word ERP. So, do you want to highlight some of the features of why ERP is better or maybe different than a multi-channel one?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I do see it a lot. People will get these multi-channel systems where they're quite basic, or they're cloud-based and they're subscription-based costing, and that's kind of fine to begin with. Or even they'll use kind of built-in stock control features with the likes of like Shopify has an app for it, Magento has an app for it. But I think as you grow, and your business starts to take off, you really need that central database where you can hold all of your data in, because otherwise, it can be an absolute minefield when you've got products on Shopify, products on your Amazon, products on your eBay. Maybe you sell from a bricks and mortar store as well, or maybe from your warehouse, and just having that central database and that position where you can have all your data, control all your data, and you know exactly what's going out, where those orders are coming in from, what prices you're sending out to them as well. I think it just, it helps businesses stay on top of things, and it helps for a better customer experience, really, when you're on top of your data like that.
Yeah, excellent. So you mentioned about data. I think it's going to be really important for everyone, and a lot of people want to find out the actual value of that customer. So are you saying with using system like yours, I don't mind saying because you are from the chaos, I know people may be using another system, but just to appreciate the system you have the system for, maybe it's taken 20, 30 years to build on, I'm assuming. So when we talk about the customer data, so are we saying we can track a particular customer's sales from different channels, so to say, from one single system? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, absolutely. And that would be a real key benefit of using an ERP system or a business management system, being able to run reports to see where your customers are buying from, what your strongest performing channel is and what your weakest performing channel is, really helps you to direct resources in the right way. You might think you're smashing it on Amazon, and actually you're running reports and you find that actually everyone is coming to your Shopify website, or you want people to come to your branded website, but actually they're all going through Amazon and eBay and different channels. And obviously with that, every channel has associated fees and certain quirks to them. I know Amazon and eBay in particular will always come down in favor of the seller. And I'm sure, everyone's heard horror stories of customers who have said something was wrong with their product and it wasn't, or they've kind of tried to pull a fast one, and then the seller gets punished for it. So, being able to know where the traffic is coming from, and then using that data to direct it in a position that you want. You might get your customer data from Amazon and then email out this customer list and say, hey, here's a 10% off coupon if you go directly to our website. And that would be a good way of taking them from one direction to another channel. Another benefit, obviously, is seeing things like your cost of sale for your products. You might have a product that you think is an absolute champion and you love it, but actually it's got a really high cost to sell and your profit margins are really low, and you've got another product that maybe doesn't sell as high volume, but the cost is low and the profit margins are high. So again, it's just being clever with the data to help you
Mhm.
grow your business as best you can.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think when it comes down to doing the system change, it's I've got to say it's a nightmare for a business. Any
Oh yeah.
any change, it's a nightmare. So I was talking to somebody from down south, and they were using Sage as a system, but it wasn't doing so. It it wasn't fulfilling their needs as such. So they're trying to move away from it, but it's very tough. And then they're using any other system, including Sage. So a lot of people, you might be seeing people using multiple systems to do multiple tasks, so to say. And where, as you mentioned, it brings everything together with the ERP, like Chaos side. So I think now we go down to difficult bit, there will be some sort of problems. So is it worthwhile, and what sort of problems there will be, and how to mitigate or reduce the risk involved on that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always going to say it's worthwhile, but I am biased and I'm a salesperson. So
Yeah.
obviously, I would tell everyone, come here and buy our system. But, I genuinely do think it's worthwhile. And I see time and time again, I go into businesses of all shapes, sizes, and different industries. And I see it time and time again. They'll have started on something like Sage Line 50 as their accounts. They then try and, it's got some stock control features in it, which aren't super advanced. And so they will use that as the stock control as well. Then they might need something as their order processor, or they might get a forecasting tool. They might get a separate WMS system, and you can end up with 4 or 5 different systems that all have a subscription to them,
Yeah.
and they don't talk to each other either. So there's still a lot of manual pulling down of data, manipulating that data, and actually, when you've got 5 systems like that, the cost can be quite high, and it really does creep and creep as you bring on new systems. Whereas the benefit of having it all in one place is obviously it's just one cost, but it's designed that it works with each other. So, when an order comes down in our system, it allocates the stock straight away, so your stock levels are correct. It synchronizes stock across the channels, so you aren't overselling products and you're not disappointing your customers who are trying to buy something that's sold out. It then goes through the pick, pack, and dispatch, and you get a complete log of this, so you can see exactly what's happening with your data. And in terms of kind of onboarding, I mean, I know again some of these smaller systems, they will just give you the keys. They say, there you go, off you go, and that can be a nightmare in itself, because you're there like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I've got to do all my data import myself. Whereas we're slightly different in that anyone who comes on board gets their own, we call it project control officer. They, the person that gets you live and holds your hand and give you full training on the system, do all of your data import for you, and there's ongoing support there as well. And we probably have slightly longer onboarding times, but we've been going for 22 years now, and we have just built these rigid processes and developed these processes so that when a customer goes live and they press the button, they know exactly what they're doing. They're not ringing support saying, how do I raise a sales order, how do I raise a purchase order, why is it doing this? They've had that training, they've had that experience, and they've got their data in there. And it's just, I guess I always say, how much is your peace of mind worth? As a business owner, you're not swimming in free time, are you? Being pulled from pillar to post. So having everything in one place, all your data there, it's correct, and everything works like clockwork. It's really invaluable.
Yeah, absolutely. I think and then it goes down to integration of different tools. And um, more recently, I've had issues with one of our the accounts we work with, and they've got issue with one of the couriers, and mainly DX not able to integrate with the existing system properly. So um, delivery is one of the key things, obviously, for any online business as such, and it's important that the tracking number gets updated, because with Amazon, as you know, they track what they call valid tracking rate for the products that's sent out. So I know you've got other integration, but just to address these delivery things, so what are the couriers are you integrated
I could not list you the entire couriers that we list with, and honestly, we're bringing on new ones all the time. But really,
with?
we've got kind of the main players. You know, obviously Royal Mail, DPD, DHL, Hermes, DX is one that we do. I know a lot of other systems do struggle with these freight providers, which not necessarily the fault of the system either. It seems like the larger the parcel, you know, your pallet companies, your freights, the less tech savvy they are, or they tend to not have an API that you can link into, and it makes it really difficult. But you know, like I said, we've got DX. We also integrate with a lot of aggregators, and again, this can be really beneficial if you're a business that you like to chop and change which courier provider you use, or you just use a lot and you'd rather have that central hub. Aggregators can be a great way of getting good favorable rates, and it's just easier to plug into one aggregator system than doing all the others. Although on that, I do tend to, I'll always have a conversation with people. I say, you know, okay, fine, you've got 6 couriers, but are you ever going to change? Do you get better rates going directly to them? If so, integrate directly with all of them. But if you are likely to change, then yeah, look at a courier aggregator, somebody like ShipStation, ShipTheory, GFS, all really great aggregators, and can make life a lot simpler for the user.
Excellent. So I think we can wrap up now. So we've talked quite a few things about ERP and benefits and so on. So before we wrap up, is there anything else, you know, if you want to add in 1 or 2 sentences, if you want to add, this is an opportunity for you.
Sure. I guess I would just say, you know, if you're on the edge, maybe your business is just growing, maybe you're just starting out and you're unsure, you think, do I need a system? You know, getting fine with this spreadsheet and my accounts package, I would say always see what's out there, see what is available to you, because it could be that extra little push that your business needs that takes you to the next Gymshark or Amazon or you know, whatever it is. I'm sure people like Ben Francis and Jeff Bezos would talk at length about the importance of good technology in the business, always reviewing processes as well, and just making sure that you're making life as easy for you as possible and giving the customer the best experience possible as well.
Okay, excellent, Matt. So if somebody is to find you and want to talk to you, where's the best place to get to you?
So our website is khaoscontrol.com. That's KHAOS, because we like to be quirky like that. Personally, my name is Matthew Windsor. Like the royal family, sadly no relation, although at the present time that's probably a good thing. You can find me on LinkedIn, or if you just wanted to call in and ask for me, we have a form on our website as well where you can request a demo and request a call back. And yeah, would love to hear from anyone who's looking for a system.
Excellent. Thank you, Matt, for your time today, and I'll speak to you soon. All the best. Bye for now.
Thanks, Prabhat. Great to speak with you.